have two updates for you from the British royal family. First up, the disputed car chase involving Prince Harry. Well, the paparazzi agency that's disputed parts of the Duke and Duchess of Sussex account of the incident in New York on Tuesday night has said this evening that it has exchanged letters with them after Prince Harry and his wife Meghan said they were in a near-catastrophic situation when pursued by photographers. Now, the New York police said the encounter was short and there'd been no collisions or arrests. From Harry, we turn to his late grandmother, the Queen Elizabeth II, and her funeral was, of course, a global event. And we've learned today that those don't come cheap. In fact, a tally by the British Treasury says that the government paid an estimated £162 million for events surrounding the national mourning. That's about $200 million. The costs relate to the Queen's funeral and other events in the run-up, including the monarch's lying in state. Queen Elizabeth II died on the 8th of September 2022 at the age of 96. 10 days of national mourning followed. Well, I'm Helena Humphrey in Washington, D.C. Thanks for watching World News America. I'll see you soon. Bye for now.
Hello there. Let's take a look at the weather picture in India first of all, and we're seeing a few showers across eastern areas. Some of the heaviest have brought around 60 millimetres of rain around the West Bengal area over the last 24 hours. Also widespread thunderstorm activity in Bangladesh. Now, looking at the forecast over the next few days, it is across Bangladesh and the northeast of India that we'll see the heaviest downpours. 50, maybe even 100 millimetres of rain here, but there will also be a scattering of showers developing elsewhere across eastern and southern India. The northwest dry, and the other thing you'll notice over the next few days is the temperatures will be rising. It will become quite hot after what has been quite a lengthy cool spell of weather. Now, lots of showers and thunderstorms in the forecast for Kazakhstan, Tajikistan and Kyrgyzstan. Afghanistan dry with some sunshine. Should stay dry across all of Pakistan as well. One or two storms for Kerala and Tamil Nadu. You'll see a few storms building into Telangana. Not everyone will see them. There will be some areas that miss those downpours and stay entirely dry, but I think there's a very high chance of seeing a storm or two for Bangladesh and northeast India. That's reflected in the forecast really for Dhaka over the next few days, certainly into the weekend. There'll be some fairly heavy showers around, gusty winds potentially with some of those storms in Bangladesh. Might even get some fairly large hail out of some of them as well. In New Delhi, got some sunshine over the next few days.
I was in the war in Grozny, in Chechnya, in the winter of 94-95, and I got caught in an airstrike. And I lay in the snow, listening to the explosions all around me, thinking, you're going to die now, or you're going to suffer excruciating pain from being hit. I could just hear these explosions that seemed to go on for ages, but people were filming them. It was about 30 seconds from the cluster bombs. The guys I've been talking to, some Chechen rebels, were killed. Near-death experiences, sadly, are part of it. And at that point, you don't have a choice about stay or go. You just think, please let this all be over and let me be okay at the end of it.
And when you're lying in the snow, do you have a moment to reflect on the situation you've ended up in and whether you regret being there?
I thought to myself, I remember it well, thinking you really just pushed it too far.
Now showing on BBC Real.
I'm designed to generate responses to questions based on my understanding of natural language.
You've probably used it. You've definitely heard of it. ChatGPT has been hailed as a game changer. It can write songs.
Melissa's got a vision, a story she wants to tell.
Define quantum mechanics, as well as explaining how I could boost my intelligence. Impressive, right? Computers seem to be rapidly outsmarting their creators. But is that really true?
Basically what these algorithms are doing is getting a lot of information from the internet. So they're capable of, addressing all kind of situations, all kind of questions. They're not very good in adapting. They're not very good in learning something in some scenario, in some environment, and then generalize it to a different environment.
The truth is, it's our adaptability that keeps us one step ahead of AI.
Watch more stories like this at bbc.com/real.
Here in the Maldives, sandbanks like this appear and disappear, and that really influences the way that the people live and adapt.
Can you hear the sounds of the wildebeest?
It's everywhere, isn't it? 3D sound.
Yes.
Something you can't get anywhere else. It's just beautiful.
Any kind of weather problems that you can imagine, we got them here. We have earthquakes, we have tsunami.
Let's hope we have none of those things today, right?
Almost all the pine honey in the world comes from this little corner of Turkey.
We are Blennerson! We are Blennerson!
A lot of black people think they cannot go to the water for surfing, and they can do it. Everybody can surf it. Everybody can do it. Everybody can surf.
Inspiring travel on the BBC.
I think we can use a form of capitalism and continue to get its benefits while solving climate change.
We should remember that the globalization we had before brought more than 1 billion people out of poverty.
I don't wake up thinking, I'm here to change the world, but I wake up thinking maybe I can make the world a better place.
Women ourselves are finding our power. We always had a voice. We just weren't allowed to use it.
I think that's the strength of Georgia, and that's the resilience of Georgia, to be able to continue on its path towards Europe, towards NATO.
When big names talk, they talk to the BBC.
Welcome to Hard Talk with me, Zainab Badawi. My guest is one of the most celebrated artists of his generation, yet he is little known in his native Britain and is only belatedly, to use his word, being given recognition here in the UK. Well, now there is a major exhibition at the prestigious Tate Britain Museum of the work of the British Caribbean artist and filmmaker Sir Isaac Julien. It is a sweeping showcase of his 4-decade career. His subject matter explores some of the most divisive issues of our age: migration, racism and sexuality. As a prominent gay black man, how far does Isaac Julien use his art to advance such causes? Sir Isaac Julien, welcome to Hard Talk.